Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Everett. So, my name is Salsabillatul Jannah, and I'm from class MG 105. So, I would like to interview with my friend since I don't have a closest English teacher. So, this is my friend. She is a student of English education in University of Brawijaya, Malang. So, Elonisa, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, okay, thank you very much. First of all, my name is Anissa Mutia Widiananda. I'm from uh, English education student from University of Brawijaya.
Okay, thank you. So I would like to give you some of the question. I think it's a three question. Yeah, it's a easy question, so I think you can answer it. So the first one is, what is the most important thing about learning English?
In my opinion, the most important thing in learning English is about having motivation. So motivation is essential when starting to learn English. Usually, if there is motivation, understanding becomes easier than when it is forced to learn English.
Oh, I see. So do you like English so much so that you study at education of English in your college?
Uh, it not must to be like the course, but at least you have motivation, like you have a purpose why I should learn English or for what I learn this English like that.
Oh, sounds great. Thank you. And then the second one is, I see that you are the student of education of English. So, what is your challenge? What is your biggest challenge to learning your subject, like in the college and then in a society? Could you please tell me and could you please tell everyone about that?
Okay. About the course itself, I think the most difficult things is about grammar and pronunciation, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely. Yeah.
under yes, because understanding and applying grammar in real life situations can be challenging, as
Mm.
well as learning how English word are pronounced.
Yeah, take a chill pill. Take a chill pill. No, you don't need to nervous. We're doing like a usually conversation, but it's okay. We all make mistake to pronunciation
Okay.
English.
Yes. So yeah, I think about the course itself, the difficult things is the grammar and pronunciation. And then about the society, I think is talking with the native lecturers. So yeah, if I have native lecturer from American, it's kind of confused when I try to understanding what he said like that.
Oh yeah. Wow. Sounds great. So you doing conversation with native speaker and then he is your lecturer.
Yes.
You're so cool. Okay. The last one, the last question. So since we live in the modern era, like the globalization and then etc., and then there's a technology and then so many things about modern things here. So are you agree or disagree about the role of technology in learning?
Mm, yeah, of course, I agree because technology is like a half of our life and cannot ignore it explicitly. We cannot ignore it explicitly. So I think technology plays an important role in supporting English education. For example, if we don't know how to pronounce a word, we can easily use an online dictionary to find out how to pronounce it right.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, I think that's all of my question, just three of it, but I would like to doing conversations and then discussion with you about foreign language in Indonesian. As you can see, Indonesian as a national language has an important role in its use both formally and informally. The influence of globalization at this time certainly also affect the existence of Indonesian as the mother tongue of the Indonesian nation and in the absorption of foreign words as loan words. So, what is your opinion about the kids, like the new generation, about their studied a foreign word than their mother languages? So is it okay or is it bad for them for the future? So what do you think
Okay.
about that?
Yeah. Uh, First of all, in my opinion about the mother tongue itself, mm, in my course in English education, the definition of mother tongue is not always Bahasa Indonesia. So a mother tongue is the first language taught by our mother when we are newborn. So if our mother speaks Javanese for the first time to us, then our mother tongue is Javanese.
Yes.
So yeah, and then if our mother speaks English like Jessica Iskandar to El Barak, then our mother tongue it could be English like that. I think so. Our mother tongue is not always Bahasa Indonesia. And then language is dynamic. Um, so and always changing time by time. So we cannot reject the adoption of new words like um maybe in different generation there are new loan words again. We can avoid that. So as long as we can use language appropriately based on the context and the person we are speaking to, it should be fine for Indonesia as well, I think.
So so that because of many of people of Indonesian that they're sometimes they're thought like, oh, you're Indonesian, you're in Indonesia. Why would you speak English? We're in Indonesia like that. So is it okay to us to speak that English to the future? Because some of the Indonesians say that to the other Indonesia that speaks English in this country. So what do you think?
Mm,
Is it
mm,
okay? And what is
okay. In my opinion, yeah, as long as we talk in the informal context, it's okay, in my opinion, because to our friends, speak English, it's okay. And then somehow in the formal condition, when we do some meeting, we uh what is that? Use Sometimes we use English when we are meeting with someone formally. Yeah, I think it is okay
yeah?
because yeah,
So
no
you
no problem I think.
yeah, so you argue because English is a international language, like all the country, most of the country is using English, so that the kids and the children should be learning about English and then learning about the another foreign languages like Mandarin, Chinese, Tagalog, like that. Yeah, it can be help for their future, right?
Mm. But yeah, I think it's okay. But as Indonesian, of course, we should learn about Indonesian.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah,
mother
yeah,
will be not forget. We will not
mm,
unforgettable, but we should.
yeah.
So you agree if your future children or child will be learning the foreign languages, not that their
Yeah.
mother tongue, but in non
Yes.
languages. Okay? You agree?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, of course, it's okay.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your answer and your opinion. I really appreciated that. I think is it okay to I finish this interview to you? Thank you. Yeah, I would like to say thank you to you and your friends though to help you.
Yes, thank you for your interview.
Yeah. Yeah, no, thank you for helping me doing my work my my work. Okay. I think that's all. Thank you. Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, have a good night as well. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Hello Mr. Everett. Let me introduce myself. My name is Salsabillatul Jannah. I'm from AG 105. And I will tell you about the latest interview with my friend, and this is the presentation I made to fill my work. Okay. So this is interview about learning English. So the introduction. Learning English is a journey that requires dedication, practice, and patience. By engaging with the language through various methods and embracing the challenges, learners can achieve proficiency and enjoy the numerous benefits that come with it. Whether for personal growth, academic pursuits, or professional development, mastering English can significantly enrich one's life. So the latest interview with my friend, I asked her three questions and she answered. So this is the question and her answer. So the first one is what's the most important thing about learning English? So she answered this one. The most important thing in learning English is motivation. In her opinion, motivation is essential when starting to learn English. Usually, if there is motivation, understanding becomes easier compared to when it is forced. And then the second question is, what is your challenge to learning your subject? So the answer is there are two challenges that her find the most difficult, grammar and pronunciation. Understanding and applying grammar in a real life situation can be challenging, as well as learning how English words are pronounced. Sometimes words like see and see sound similar, which makes pronunciation difficult. And then the last question is, are you agree or disagree about the role of technology in learning? So she is agree because technology is like half of our lives. We cannot ignore it completely. So she thinks technology plays an important role in supporting English education. For example, if we don't know how to pronounce a word, we can easily use an online dictionary to find out. So this is my analysis about the foreign language in Indonesia. The foreign language learning in Indonesia constitutes an attempt for Indonesians to be able to absorb and keep up with the development of science and technology in the world, and to provide a way for Indonesian people to interact with other global members. On the other hand, there appears some concern that there may be infiltration of foreign values, especially from the West, that might weaken the learners' identities as Indonesians. This concern has emerged because foreign language learning generally presents Western elements of cultures and values. If it's not if it is not critically examined, these Western values are likely to change the learner's point of view of cultural values appropriate to be practiced in their lives. Foreign language learning is also suspected as a means for the West to extend the Western hegemonies over the East, such as Indonesian. So, this is our discussion, like with me and my friend Nisa, about the foreign languages. Indonesian as national language has an important role in its use both formally and informally. The influence of globalization at this time certainly also affect the existence of Indonesian as the mother tongue of the Indonesian nation and in absorption of foreign words as loan words. In Nisa's course on English education, the definition of mother tongue itself is not limited to Bahasa. A mother tongue is the first language taught to us by our mother when we are newborns. So, if our mother speaks Japanese to us, then our mother tongue is Japanese. If our mother speaks English like Jessica Iskandar to her child, then our mother tongue is English. Language is dynamic and evolves over time, so we cannot reject the adoption of new loanwords as language has no fixed rules. In my opinion, as long as we can use language appropriately based on the context and the person we are speaking to, it should be fine for Bahasa Indonesia as well. Okay, the conclusion about the interview that time is I think learning English in this era is very important because English is international language so that we can communicate globally. We can also have an opportunity to the best career because English is one of the condition. For Indonesian, learning a foreign language is not just about learning grammar and vocabulary, but also about opening up global insights, understanding other people's way of thinking and culture, and broadening perspectives in viewing the world. Foreign language education allow Indonesians to access broader information, interact with people from different parts of the world, and open doors to career opportunities at the international level. Okay, I think that's all about my explanation and then the presentation I make. I hope it I hope it's useful. I'm sorry if I have a mistake pronunciation with my English. I think that's all for me. Thank you and goodbye.